Welcome back to Ploughman's Backyard, and today we are in the kitchen again. I've got a bushel of pears here that I'm going to be canning, and I thought I would bring you along with me. We need to peel and core them and cut them into quarters. And I have a bowl of water here. Got a big bowl of water, and then I've got some lemon juice. I'm just going to put some in here, and that is just to keep the pears from turning brown while I'm going to try and do most of this box up. I've got another box to do as well. So my plan is I'm going to peel and core all of these, get them in the water with some lemon, and then I'm going to can them and then move on to the next box. Sometimes pears, as they ripen, they can be quite mushy and hard to work with, and you lose a lot of the pears if you're canning them just to eat the quarters or the halves. Usually the soft ones I usually would save for like pear sauce, do pear butter, anything like that. So one tip that I have is I do really love a fresh pear that is really nice and yellow. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is quite yellow. They're good, they're soft. They are a little bit, once you start peeling them and stuff, they get a little mushy. So what I tend to really like to do is actually take a greener. Let's see if I've got a greener one. I don't know if you can see the difference on the camera, but this one does have a little bit more green in it. It's a little tougher. It's not too tough. You don't want it really hard, but you do want it a little bit hard. Once you get them in the water bath, they actually will soften up with the hot water. So it's a good idea to do them with a little bit greener and not as soft as you would like to eat them, because they will soften up as they are cooked in the water bath. And the really ripe ones, there will be some that are really ripe. Those ones save for like a nice pear sauce, or a pear butter or something. They'll have to boil down anyway, so you won't really tell the consistency, and you're not really going to lose a lot of that pear flesh that you want to eat. If you're enjoying these kitchen segments of Ploughman's Backyard, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. So now that we have a full bowl of pears, the next step is to get everything set up, to get our water bath ready, to get our jars ready and get them sterilized. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to start the sterilizing process, as well as I'm going to start syrup going to get ready for me to put the pears into the jars. And then so we're raw packing the pears and putting them in the hot syrup. So I'm going to do that, and Hannah is going to continue to peel, and we're going to work together as a team. That's the best way to do canning. If you've got little ones, get them involved. They love getting their hands dirty anyway. You may as well put them to work. Anyways, I'm glad she loves to do this and be a part of it. All right, so now we're just going to make up the brine. I've got a nice pot here. We're sterilizing our jars as I speak. And the first thing I'm going to do is add 2 cups of water. The next thing we are going to add to our syrup is 1 cup of, it asks for a sugar sweetener of any kind. I am going to put cane sugar in here. It works well for canning. And now we are going to heat them up, and we're going to bring that to a boil, and we want it to boil for about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so I just realized that I have a lot of pears that I am ready for. So I just tripled the batch. And as I'm bringing this up to a boil, it's not quite there yet. I have now started my water bath canner. I've got it up high. My jars are being sterilized. So basically now I can fill the jars as I need to with the raw pears, then add the syrup once it's heated for 1 to 2 minutes into the jars with the pears. Then make sure that the lids have been heated, or sorry, yeah, the lids have been heated, just to soften that rim up some. Put the lids on, and we're going to put them in the water bath canner for 25 to 27 minutes. Now this is going to change depending on where you are. We have a very high altitude here. We're about 1,370 feet above sea level, so I've got to go for the 27 minutes for my pears. Okay, so now it is time to put the pears in the jars. Now I just like to get any of the air bubbles that could be trapped at the sides. And I just keep that syrup boiling consistently on the stove. Now we're going to put these in some boiling water. And I would say that's boiling. And we're going to put those in there just to soften those up. So the next step in which we're going to do is take a damp cloth and just wipe around the brim so that there's nothing there that will prevent the lid from sticking. My magnet thing had broken, so I just pop them on like so. And you get those little bit of a tightening up, and they are ready to put in the water bath. Alright, so I've got the prepared jars in, the lids are on. Now we just need to bring it to a boil, and once it comes up to a boil, then we will start our timer anywhere between 25 and 27 minutes depending on your altitude. Thank you for joining us here once again at Ploughman's Backyard in the kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed canning with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button, and stay tuned for more canning videos coming up real soon.